to get asked about leveling up dinosaurs. Which ones should I level up? Are all of them worth leveling up? How high should I level them up? And so that's what I want to get into for today's video. But the first thing that I want to do is we've got a new dinosaur to catch today. Kind of unexpectedly, we had a 4th week of events at your local park where the special event supply drops are spawning exclusive dinosaurs. For the most part, there are some that are not so exclusive, like on either Wednesday or Thursday of this event. Velociraptor, I believe, is the dinosaur. It's super common, and if you want to skip that one, you have my blessing. But today's Charlie the Raptor, and you're gonna get 3 attempts because it is a rare class dinosaur. I have not attempted any, so here we go. $121 is not too bad. As far as starting goes, it seemed pretty easy for a rare. And that is actually going to unlock the dinosaur. So before we start getting into everything, let's go ahead and create. If you scroll down to the bottom of the My Dinosaurs list, you will see Charlie. It takes 100 DNA to unlock it. $129 speed is pretty good. I think that's gonna tie it for, let's see, Velociraptor is 132, Blue is 131, there's a couple dinosaurs at 130. This is gonna tie it for about the 5th fastest dinosaur in the game. The moves are Strike, deals 1 times damage, Pounce, deals 2 times damage, reduces target's damage for 50% 1 turn. Same as all the other raptors that we know of, like Blue and Velociraptor. And then there's Critical Impact, a chance of critical attack increased by 40%, which will give it a 45% of a critical hit, which is going to put it kind of on par with Utahraptor, which I have in my current team. And Utahraptor is a 128. So Charlie is going to be just a little bit faster than Utahraptor, but at level 6 right now is significantly weaker. The first thing I take into account when trying to decide should I level up a dinosaur is what level am I? If you look up in the upper left hand corner, you will see that I am level 9, about a quarter of the way through, so I've got a long way to go before I hit level 10. Therefore, at this point, individual level ups don't mean a whole lot. And what I mean by that is you're only going to get so much experience per level up. And I did a video on that. I will put a link to it here so you guys can check that out if you want to know exactly how much you're going to get for each different level of dinosaur as you level it up. Since I am advanced a little bit further along and at level 9, I have stopped leveling up all of my dinosaurs. The first thing I would say is if you are new to the game, and a lot of people are new to the game, they're just finding the game for the first time, or they've been casually playing since global launch about a month ago, is level everything up to 10. Just across the board, just let that be your standard rule of thumb. Get everything to level 10 first. The reason why I say take everything up to at least level 10 first is because you are going to want to increase your player level as quickly as possible. When your player level increases, the amount of DNA you get per dart also increases. And like we see during these last few weeks of events, the more DNA you get per dart on some of these dinosaurs that are not even available outside of the one day that they are the featured dinosaur, every little DNA counts. I've seen so many screenshots of people who needed like 150 blue DNA in order to unlock it, and they got 149 or 145. If they had just been one level higher, they would have been able to unlock their dinosaur. So that is the first thing that I look for, is get everything to level 10, because I want to increase my player level as quickly as possible. The next thing that I take into consideration is how long is this particular dinosaur going to be on my team, and how useful is it going to be as I progress through the different battle arenas. For example, Velociraptor is a common dinosaur, but it is one of the best dinosaurs in the game, and it is going to serve you well to be at a high level for a long time. Now, Velociraptor is a unique example because if we look at Velociraptor, it does have two of the best hybrids in the game. The first one being Indominus Rex, and the second one being Indoraptor. If we look, it doesn't show me what level I need my Velociraptor to be in order to unlock Indominus Rex. But if you're not there yet, and I'm not there with my Tyrannosaurus Rex, you will see that underneath it shows what level you need to be at to unlock it. In this particular example, level 15 for both. Digging a little bit deeper, if we look at Indoraptor, you will see that it takes an Indominus Rex at level 20 and a Velociraptor at level 20. So there you can see how it is beneficial to not stop at level 10 on Velociraptor and rather try to take this one all the way up to at least level 20. But being the fastest dinosaur in the game, it could be worth your time and effort to take it on past 20. That brings me to the next thing that I look for. Does this dinosaur have a hybrid? And if so, how many and how useful are they? If we look at a dinosaur like Stegosaurus, you will see that Stegosaurus has two possible hybrids, Stegoceratops and Stegodius. To reach Stegoceratops, you want to get to level 10 on both your Stegosaurus and your Triceratops. Now, Stegoceratops is very useful. It is one of the better dinosaurs in the game, although it's not as good as Stegodius, which is going to put you in a position of you have to make the choice. Do I continue to level my Stegosaurus up to 15 in order to be eligible to get Stegodius, or do I start putting resources into Stegoceratops? Because Stegodius needs a level 15 Stegosaurus and a level 15 Notopatasaurus, for me, I went ahead and just leveled up my Stegoceratops as I went along because I'm currently using it on my team. It is useful enough that it will carry you through multiple arenas. Now, if I were closer to getting my Notopatasaurus up to level 15, I would probably pump the brakes on leveling up my Stegoceratops and start putting more effort and resources into the Stegodius. But now that my Stegoceratops is at level 14 and it's pretty far away from reaching level 15, I'm going to go ahead and spend the resources to level up my Stegosaurus to level 15. That way, I am now in a position when I get my Notopatasaurus up to level 15 that I can start just accumulating DNA for the next evolution or the next hybrid on the list. Dinosaurs like Nundasuchus have two hybrids, but in this situation, Iniotsuchus is so far superior to Majondasuchus at this point in the game that it's really not even worth leveling up Majondasuchus other than to gain XP. This is where I say it comes in handy to level up and create your Majondasuchus just for the XP, but when you really start pumping out resources, you're going to want to put them into Iniotsuchus because Nundasuchus and Iniosaurus are both so common, and Iniotsuchus is such a strong dinosaur that you can use this up in the top levels of the game as long as it is strong enough. And finally, you want to look at, does the dinosaur have a hybrid that is so far away from where I am in the game that it's better just to hold on to my resources currently? For example, Allosaurus has a very strong hybrid of Allocinosaurus. Allosaurus is a common dinosaur. Getting it to level 15 is not going to be difficult at all. The problem is you need a Sinoceratops at level 15 in order to create the hybrid from Allosaurus. It is going to take you a significant amount of time for Sinoceratops to reach level 15. If you live in a habitat zone 2, Sinoceratops is a spawn in habitat zone 2. I happen to live in zone 2, and I can tell you that in the month that I've been playing the game, I have seen 2 of these spawn in the wild. That is how rare they are. On top of that, Sinoceratops has 2 hybrids of its own. So you can start seeing how DNA from different dinosaurs start not only becoming necessary to reach one dinosaur, but then it's going to stack on top of other dinosaurs. So you are going to need Triceratops DNA in order to create Sinoceratops, and then to continue to level up your Sinoceratops in order to create your Allocinosaurus or your Utah Cineraptor, both of which are absolutely phenomenal dinosaurs, but these are more endgame dinosaurs. It is going to be difficult, and it is supposed to be difficult, to reach the levels for these dinosaurs. That doesn't mean that you can't buy incubators and get there quicker, but it does mean it is going to require a currency of some kind. You can either use your money as the currency to speed up the process, or you can use your time as the currency, where you grind out until you reach the levels needed to reach these, what I would call end-game dinosaurs. And finally, speaking of evolutions, I did finish out my Charlie DNA darting sessions. I finished with 257 additional DNA, so I'm going to evolve my Charlie up. I would like to get it to level 10. I still think that as of right now, it's probably not going to be strong enough at level 8 to use on my team, because I do have a Utah Raptor, which is very similar, but is several levels higher, I believe 5 levels higher, which is going to make it a stronger dinosaur for the time being. Look for Delta and Echo to come out in the next 2 days, and starting tomorrow I will probably go over the rest of the week. But I did want to touch on this topic since we are getting a lot of dinosaurs and people are starting to accumulate a lot of DNA, and they want to know, where should I use my resources and which dinosaurs should I be powering up? If you have found this content useful and you've learned something today, go ahead and hit a like, leave a comment, let me know which dinosaur you're working on for your endgame. It's very well could be Indoraptor, and you wouldn't be wrong for doing so. For me, that one's so far away that I'm really not even thinking about it. I am interested to know, what are you working on? If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We are approaching 5,000 subscribers for the channel, and I will do a giveaway. I think as of right now, we're about 250 away. So in the next few days, I anticipate reaching 5,000, and we'll do some kind of a giveaway to all of you who have found it worthwhile for your time and energy to subscribe to my channel. That's all I've got for today. We'll catch you next time.